Okay, Gary, 4-0 defeat here at Inver Park to Larne. Just give your thoughts first and foremost.
Disappointed. We can see the really sloppy set piece once again, something that we've worked stringently on this week. And after that, albeit we had stuff to fix at half time, we called for management of the game at 1-0 down, going into the 41st minute. And again, 3-4 minutes of madness and the game's up. 3-0 down again at half time to a top side. And I know Dungannon maybe done it, but it's against the norm, so to speak, and it's disappointing.
In terms of the second and third goals, as you said, coming just before half time, whilst they're both deflected, is it the manner and way that the two players have been allowed to shoot is sort of most annoying?
Absolutely, and as we talked about, we felt that there was bodies that were maybe in the box but maybe not affecting anything, and you give any player at this level quality on the edge of the box to take 2 touches to set up a strike, and the likelihood is that it's going to hit the target. The shots were deflected because we were late reacting, if we're being honest. So if we react early or anticipate the pass to get out there, the shot doesn't happen, and that's what we've spoke about. As I say, half time wasn't pretty. We sort of spoke about it, and again, it's stuff that we feel that we can fix. Against these top sides, it's not as if it's wonderful football that we're conceding goals against. With all due respect, they did play some nice stuff that didn't maybe lead to goals, but again, it's stuff that we feel that we can do better defensively, and that's the most annoying part from my point of view.
Is it concerning the amount of goals that we are conceding?
I don't really think so at this minute in time, because the top teams seem to be scoring heavily against teams at our so-called level for the most part. So again, it's something that we will address. It's something that we are working hard to address, and at the end of the day, we've got to give ourselves a chance to be in games with 10 minutes to go for that opportune moment where the ball goes in the box and anything can happen, but at 3 and 4-0 down, you really don't have a chance at that.
In terms of the games against the top 6, I mean, would you say there's a slight hint of maybe an inferiority complex? Is that we get into games and maybe not expecting to get something out of it, and then it happens, then don't expect to get back into it? Is that a fair comment?
Yeah, I think it is, but it's the timing of the goals as well. Once we play these teams again, it was the same last week. In the first 10 minutes, you want to be solid and secure. You don't really want anything to happen on a game or 1-0 down. So any sort of belief that you've drummed up and that you have going into the game, is eradicated. And certainly we as a staff, we believe wholeheartedly in the group. I think the group need a result against a big team to fully believe how much we believe in them, if that makes sense. But again, we will work stringently again to try and fix it. But you're right, the level of goals that we're conceding, we're not giving ourselves a chance to give ourselves a chance to get a result in games.
In terms of obviously next week, well, firstly, I suppose, are there any positives that you can take out of that performance?
The start of the second half was quite positive. Now again, we're 3-0 down. Do they drop off potentially? But we spoke about there that good teams are allowed to have possession. We don't need to win the ball back, and I think that was a big problem in the first half, is that we were coming out of our shape trying to win the ball and creating gaps for them to play in. The first 20-25 minutes of the first half, or the second half, we thought, yes, they had the ball, but we thought we were quite comfortable in our shape. They didn't cut us open. Those balls came through to the keeper. The first chance they maybe created was after 25 minutes, and if we could put that into the first half performance, we feel that we give ourselves a better chance.
Next week, Glentoran at home at 5:30. I suppose another opportunity to right today's performance. I mean, just give your thoughts on that.
Yeah, well, listen, we have a game Tuesday, so we'll work into that, and then we'll prepare for Glentoran on Thursday. Another huge test, But I think it's time now at home that we give ourselves a chance to be in a game, as I said all along, for that crowd to get involved and be difficult to play against. I think Newry maybe has seen to be a sort of nice team. A nice team that try to play, and again, yes, we do all that, but I think we've got to get maybe some of the nasty side into our game, and that's staying within the parameters of the game, obviously, but we've got to be harder to play against.
Just lastly, I mean, we obviously saw the guy sitting up the stand there, Ran McGivern, Donald Scullion, John McGovern, Liam Bagnall, Stevie Moan, guys that haven't been available through injury. I mean, do we expect any of those back for next week, or I mean, if not, when do you expect to sort of see some of those back and being able to be available for selection?
Well, first and foremost, we've never made excuses for the players that haven't been available, and I think that's sort of an easy out. But yes, some of the players that we are missing are key to what we're trying to do inside the dressing room, on and off the pitch, so to speak. We aren't hopeful that the guys will be available, certainly not this week, but again, the medical staff are working to try to get them available as quickly as they can be, but with types of injuries that some of the lads have, we can't rush them back. They need to be ready when they're back, because ultimately we don't want them breaking down again.